What's going on, YouTube world? Been a long time since I made a video. Just kind of been busy, haven't been doing much. It's hot down here. You see I'm squinting because I don't have my sunglasses on. It is Florida, it is August, and it's hot. But Betty's still on the trailer. We have taken her out. I just don't have anybody to video sometimes when I go. But some of the progress that we have done with Betty is we switched. It did have a Dominator on it. Now it's got an 850 on it, a 4150 style flange, 850 carb on there. We couldn't get the Dominator to idle and respond to some changes, so we swapped this on here with an adapter plate, and we've made some pretty good significant headway with it. So that's a Proform 850 there. We swapped that on there, and we went to Showtime, and we car was idling great, car was running good. For some reason Showtime, things weren't matching up with what we had going on. I switched to a 28 10.5 tire instead of the 3114 because we figured out that on the 8th mile, the car was set up for the quarter mile, so on the 8th mile I was only using first and second gear. So we went from a 31-inch tire to a 28 to try to help the gear ratio. It helps some, but we still need to change a gear in it. I think I need to go to like a 5.0 or a 5.13 gear with the 28s on it for the 8th. Did some shock adjustments front and back. Didn't really get much going on with that. Showtime's really a good place to go test on, like for no prep, stuff like that. But we did end up going this past weekend, and I do have some video of that for you guys to put up. I was able to go to Orlando, and I still only tested 8th mile, only ran 8th mile even though they run quarter there, and did really well. We put the suspension back to neutral. We threw some timing at it to see if that would help things at all, and that seemingly did help soon. We kept inching up, a degree at a time. It worked out really well. So we made some good headway on it. Need some more time, need some more laps on it to keep trying, keep adding a degree of timing, make it past degree of timing, and it went personal best each pass, which is great news. It only almost killed me once. The throttle stuck wide open because there was a nitrous micro switch on the side of the carburetor, and when I went wide open, the micro switch, it overextended and fell down into the linkage on this side and stuck it wide open. Good thing I was only running the 8th mile. I was able to shut it down. A little tire smoke because I did lock the brakes up on it pretty hard once the motor killed, but we got it straightened out and we were able to continue making passes for the rest of the night. The motor is good and healthy. No issues there. Changed plugs in it a couple times now, keeping an eye on things. Was worried about that, but we are good with that. And as you see on the windshield, she's got her proper moniker up there. She is Betty White. This is old Betty White here. So few plans for her is to change the gear ratio in it. I want to change out the shifter. That's just a standard ratchet shifter. So I want to change out to like a B&M, or not B&M, I'm sorry, it's a B&M that's in there. Like a quarter stick or something like that, to where I can go from third to neutral when I go through the traps to try to shut it down and stuff. Make things a little easier. But other than that, on Betty White, she's running good. Health checks are all good. Transmission's good. Rear end's good. No issues. Can't complain about her. I did have her up for sale. Well, for trade, I was kind of looking possibly for another kind of street car because I still have the S10. We don't have a lot of updates on the S10. She's kind of been taking a back seat here to Betty White while we've been racing Betty White. But we are slowly but surely getting back on it. Need to get a set of front wheels for it. I have back wheels, but I need another set of tires because the ones that I put on Betty were supposed to be for this. But worked on it a little bit today, pulling the interior out of it, getting ready to put a roll cage in it. Got to pull the dash out of it. I want the roll cage tight and tucked as far as I can. One gripe I have about Betty is I feel like I don't have enough room in her. I feel kind of confined in there, and I have this seat down as far as I can get it. Sitting on the floor pan, and the frame rail's right underneath there, but is what it is. We'll get her figured out. Might pull that dash out of there and just put like a sheet metal dash in there. I don't know yet. We'll see. A lot of people like that because it gives it a stock look. because she is metal doors, metal quarters, steel roof, all that. The only fiberglass on it is the hood and the deck lid and the scoop. Might switch out that painless panel right there to another one that I have that has a nitrous purge and arming system in it already. So if you think you might have any parts that I might need or could use for this thing, by all means hit me up, message me, and you know, we'll go from there. I'd like to find a set of aluminum cylinder heads. I kind of think the motor falls a little short of expectations motor wise and everything, but you know, she does well. She does what she was advertised to do. I haven't scaled Betty. She needs to be scaled, so I know exactly where she's at weight wise. Everybody thinks that she's light, but I honestly think that she's kind of pretty heavy. But like I said, we got some close-ups on the launch, and we got some further down track videos. My friend and his wife were there, and they took the pictures for me from a distance, or took the video from a distance. But that's all we got for now. Next time out, thinking I'm going to try putting the Dominator back on there, send it out to have some work done to it and have it checked over. Think I'll put the Dominator back on it and see if it picks up, because I have enough pieces there, it'll just go right back on there with no issues. So see if we pick up anything by putting the Dominator back on there. I think we might, as long as I get it straightened out, because initially when I put this on, with everything else set the same other than the jetting, this was 0.2 slower than what the Dominator was, with the Dominator being all screwed up and just not seemingly running right and things like that. So, but we shall check it out and see. We'll put these clips in here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Any comments or suggestions, by all means, you know, make the comments on there, and I read them, and we'll, you know, if you got parts for sale or something I can use, always looking to trade and do this or that. So thanks, guys.